We're just waiting to start silage. Welcome back to Invercamey Weekly, episode 22. Is it 22 or 23? Might actually be 23 actually, I think, to be honest with you. We're just waiting to start silage. Spent about 3 hours with electrics on the blower. There's 3 rams on the blower. One is for putting the spout left to right. One is to dip the spout up and down, and then the last is to put it in reverse. But for some reason we couldn't get it to go left and right. I don't know if there's a wire that's gone or not, so we had to kind of try and bypass the reverse because we don't expect it, touch wood, I shouldn't say this, but don't expect really choking the blower on the crop that's here. Now it's wilted, it's shrunk quite a bit, so we're hoping that we shouldn't be choking the blower anyway, so we're just the way to start now. Should have been started about 2-3 hours ago, but that's just the way things go around here, unfortunately. But let's see how we get on today. Fingers crossed we get a lot of this field cleared. Starting in the first field we cut, so we'll see how we go on. That's me just in the silage pit now. It was completely empty this morning before we started that field. Silage has got a little bit of moisture about it, quite happy with the length as well. That was one thing last year, our shear bar was needing replaced when we started, kind of forgot about it. Wasn't happy with the length last year, it was way too long. So didn't compact the same, didn't keep the same, but I'm much happy with that length. That is my uncle there driving the yellow tractor. He's got craking it into the shed, and it's my cousin John in the Fent. So just the same as what we're doing every year now, really. That's the setup we normally have. But no, I'm quite happy with how it looks just now. We'll just see how much quantity of grass comes in from that field, and that'll give us a good gauge for the other fields. Andrew just phoned, so I'm just away across with grease guns. Got both of them because one of them works better than the other, so I wasn't sure what one worked best. So I'm just away to, actually the spout was a little bit, he's saying he's having trouble with the spout, so Dad said me to grease it before we left. It was greased in the stationary position, but because the spout wasn't rotating, couldn't get it to rotate, I forgot to do it again because I like to give it a good work in. So grease it as it's rotating to make sure the whole way around is greased pretty well, as opposed to just being in the stationary position, which it was greased in. So technically that should have rubbed in and lubricated the whole thing, but we'll try and give it a grease and see if that helps any. Had the spout all greased up, but it's not really making as big a difference. I'm not really maybe explaining it very well, but the spout on the blower, it rotates, so when you go round corners, it's still aiming in the trailer. Obviously if it was fixed, it'd be firing out the sides. So most of the outside is off now anyway, but it's just annoying when you've got like turns in the field and stuff like that, and for some reason the spout's not going up the hill. So just try to get that sorted just now, but I don't know if it's got anything to do with the switch. I don't think it should do. As I said, with the switch, normally it's on a joystick, so up and down is for the flap at the back to aim the front and back of the trailer, and then you've got left and right, which should turn the spout depending what way you're going around the corner, to make sure it's always focused into the trailer and it's not blasting over the top. But the left and right's not working, so we actually had to put the switch, change it onto the switch for putting it in reverse gear, which is just like a little switch at the bottom. It's an up and down, but I don't think the switch should really make any difference. It was working fine in the shed before we came to the field, but it's just another problem at Invercamey. There's never any too far away, but hopefully we'll get this field. We'll be well on with this field today, I would hope. You can see the crop now. It's actually, since it was cut on Friday, it's been, well, for the northeast of Scotland, it's been blistering sunshine, so it's fairly dried out. It's wilted a bit, it's dried out, but all the nutrients should be still trapped into the grass, hopefully. It's a little bit more moist underneath, but it should be okay. I'll go and have a look to see what it's looking like in the pit chopped, but it's certainly dried out a good bit since it was cut, that's for sure, which we were hoping for, but maybe not as severe dry weather as we had, because it's probably dried out more than we would have liked. Because any experience we've had with dry silage in the past, it's normally ended up going off. So don't like it too dry. A lot of the times actually I've seen us cut it literally the same day as we're putting it into the pit with a blower, just so the moisture's still in the grass. It just depends what kind of year it is. This is maybe a year. If we've to cut the other 2 or 3 fields that we've still got available for the silage pit, we might cut them near the time of actually blowing it into the trailers, because it's nice just for compacting as well. You need to feel like it compacts a little bit better when it's got a little bit of moisture, and when it's too dry it's a little bit more spongier and it doesn't compact the same. And obviously for it to keep better as well, you want it compact as much as possible. We'll tramp it for a few days before it's covered, but as I say, you don't want it too dry, you don't want it too wet, so it's depending on the weather. Sometimes not very easy. If you get a lot of rain, obviously it's not easy to get it dry, and if we get a lot of heat, it's not easy to get a little bit of moisture in it. But we'll see how we get on after this field. There's another 2 cut anyway, so no choice but to go with them just now, but what we'll do with the rest, I'm not too sure.
Every night, you and I on a roll. Switch it up where I'm going. Stay on the fly just in time, know the right way to go. I'm on the road, it's my time.
It's Tuesday and it's day 2, so me and Dad put the doors in this morning. Struggled with one of the sockets because it was a bit bent, so one of the poles we struggled to get in, but the guys are getting on well today. Almost finished field 2. That field had no slurry or fertiliser, so it's not quite as big a crop, but with so much grass and no cattle to graze it, so we thought, well, if we need extra silage, we'll cut that one. And it's one of the nearest to the farm as well, so we'll try to cut them first and hope that we can bale the field furthest away and not have to cart at such a distance. But I'm just away to check just now to see what the levels are looking like in the pit. Hopefully it's starting to build up now.
I'm feeling on top of the world, like nothing's ever gonna bring me down. This feeling got me flying high as a bird. I may never touch the ground. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate. 'Cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night. There's magic coursing throughout my veins. I don't want it to stop. I feel invincible in every way. I'ma give it all I got. It may not be my birthday, but I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate. 'Cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night. There's nothing like feeling alive. It's your birthday. There's nothing like feeling alive. It's your birthday. I just wanna celebrate. I just wanna celebrate. 'Cause it's a good day, good life. I just wanna celebrate all night.
It's Thursday and I seem to have misplaced my microphone, so if you can hear the wind a little bit, that's because I'm using the GoPro microphone. It's not quite as good. But this is the last field here. There's 4 rounds round outside, and then there's probably another couple of rounds in the middle there still to cut. We also cut Woodhead today and we took it into the pit today, but we only did the outsides of that field because I don't think the pit, well, maybe it would fit it, but we're going to make do once this field here's in. I'll go and show you the pit just now, but it's quite moist, the stuff that's been coming in the last couple of days, because we've just been cutting in front of the harvester, so it compacts a lot bit better. Quite happy to have a little bit of moisture on the top of the pit, because as I say, it does compact a lot easier than it does when it's dry. So I'll go and show you the pit just now. So this is the silage pit now. It's a lot higher than it was until the last time you guys seen it. All this fresh silage in the top was just taken in a few hours ago. So my Uncle Andrew will be here in the morning probably, and he'll just drive over the top of it to compress it, to give it a nice smooth finish before we take in the last of the stuff. That's the doors there that me and Dad put in the other day, so you can see how high it's up now. They're almost at our sight, but it will compact a good bit yet, so it'll take it down a fair bit yet once we roll it. And the fact that it's just been stuff that's cut right in front of the forage harvester, it should compact a lot better. But anyway, I'm off to Poland tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'll get a chance to film any more or if it'll be sheeted when I get home. I think probably I'll maybe manage to catch it at the start of the week. But that's it for this week's video. Wish me luck in Poland. See you in the next one. Remember to like and subscribe, by the way. See you next week.